Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Honest Take. Curtis here, and today we're talking about the brand new episode of The Walking Dead titled Omega, episode 10 of season 9 of The Walking Dead. Spoiler alert. Now to start off this episode, we have the new group that is at Hilltop, and I believe it's Terra. They're going to look for Luke and Alden. They're worried that Luke is lost or hurt, and so they go looking for him. All they find are their horses, and they notice that the horses are cut open, which is not a good sign, being that they're dealing with the whispers now. So they're ordered to go back to Hilltop, and they do, but they later sneak out to go find Luke on their own at night, which is stupid, and they all decide that was a terrible idea, and they go back. So that was that little brief arc in that story from that group. Then we have the main focus of this episode, which is on Daryl, Lydia, and Henry. Now, this triangle of a friendship is what really drives this episode. Obviously, Henry's standing up for Lydia in the previous episode, and Daryl is trying to get answers. So we start off the episode where Daryl is listening in to Lydia and Henry's conversation, and he starts learning more about Lydia. Henry gets upset when he finds out that he's being used, and basically Daryl tries to find out more information from Lydia. I thought this episode was incredibly interesting. A lot of it was dialogue just between Daryl, Lydia, and Henry, but we learned a lot about Lydia. We learned about what her mom has told her growing up and what the truth was and what actually happened, and we learned that Lydia is being abused, and Daryl talks to her about that, and it seems like Daryl turns a corner and really has a heart for Lydia, where in the beginning of the episode he thought she was just kind of some sicko and some messed up person. But I think Daryl realizes that she was manipulated by her mom, and she's just trapped, being that she's abused and has scars on her arm. There's also a relationship starting to brew between Henry and Lydia, which I cringe at because Henry annoys me so much, and the fact that he's falling in love with Lydia, who's obviously a little weird. I know she's just a kid, but it's a weird combination, them two. I thought it was really neat how they had the two flashbacks that were opposing shown in this episode. They had the first one, which is what Lydia was told by her mom happened. And then as we see Daryl kind of talking to her more and actually showing that he cared, we see the real flashback, which actually happened, which is kind of a parallel to the first flashback, where instead of the beard being cut off, we see the mom's hair gone. And instead of like the dad freaking out, we see Alpha, the mom, freaking out and wanting to get out of there. Basically, the roles are switched, and the dad wasn't the bad guy after all. The mom is just cuckoo nuts and a control freak. So we learn all this about Lydia and Alpha, and we don't really learn too much more about the whispers. We do kind of get a feeling that Lydia is told that there's nothing left in this world and that all walls fall and society can't come back, and Daryl, argues that it can, and they're gonna make it come back. To top it all off, to end the episode, the Whispers and Alpha show up at Hilltop's gate. Man, is it gonna get good from here. This episode did not have a lot of action in it. It was very dialogue based. I thought it was terrific. I think everyone really loves a good origin story, and we really got to learn the origins of Alpha and Lydia through this episode. I'm sure we're going to learn more about Alpha as the season goes along. So I'm going to give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. I also thought the acting in this episode was terrific. I truly don't remember the last time we heard this much dialogue from Daryl in an episode. It's been a while. Maybe one of you guys can tell me the last time we heard this much from Daryl. Anyhow, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you thought of this episode of The Walking Dead, and subscribe for more of The Walking Dead reviews coming your way. See you guys next time.